Oh. Yes!
So I did check to see if I'm on track for everything, and it looks like I missed a conversation with Damarose. So I'm going to move back and deal with that before I continue doing anything else. Yep. So the conversation with Damarose should be right after the bit with, what's it called? It should be right after the bit where I fought the Houndmaster. I'm supposed to turn around and talk to Damarose again. Super logical. So I'm trying to remember where that is. I think that's here. The heck? But I might have to fuss around a bit to find where it is. Okay, so this is definitely the Houndmaster spot. So Damarose was here, and she's not here anymore. Okay, so the location Damarose should move to is in Fitzroy's Gorge. I'm gonna move ahead to Fitzroy's Gorge. Also like a sinister kind of background noise here, whatever. So the next location Damarose is supposed to be at is overlooking a cliff in Fitzroy's, and there's a side area connected to Fitzroy's that I also need to find that I haven't found. What is up with the super sinister noise in this area? Let's see. You know, there's a couple locations from... I don't know if I've found that thing that looks like a big coliseum over there. The big circle-y dealy. And I think maybe I should find that. Seems like a good idea for me to be aware of what that is. But anyway, I know if I run down over here, this just leads to the fall pit, and I can't use the other path here. There's a way to get over onto that platform and get that item and stuff, but it's a super backwards thing coming from the swamp. So I'm gonna get myself forward onto Fitzroy's and take a look around. So I think that is... we have to go up to the Vestige of Valade or the Pale Butcher. I'm not sure which. I think the Vestige of the Pale Butcher is the right one to use. This gap between the Pale Butcher and the Calrath Vestige is like the longest vestige gap in the game, from what I can tell. Hold up, I think this is the wrong way to go for this vestige. Let me see. Is this the way into Fitzroy's? No, this is the way back to the fight. So that's the way that led me to the vestige in the first place. So you do the fight with that guy. You come back over to this vestige here. Hello. And then you run up. You did some stuff on the left. This is a shortcut you open up. You run forward from here. And this should put me into Fitzroy's Gorge. So theoretically, Damarose is somewhere in this area, like staring off a cliff into nothingness. And if missing a conversation with Damarose has locked me off anything, then I'm gonna play UFO 50 today instead. So let's see what's up. I got games to play. I got games for days. Yeah, Damarose is supposed to be, like, here. So I might need to check in online. Be like, hey, did I mess up this quest chain by walking forward like a normal-ass dude? It's also possible the conversation with her here is, like, not necessary. Lords Fallen. Damarose. Yeah, I really dislike this in all of these games. So, I think the question is, can I fail this if I go past a certain point? Disappear for a while. Cleansing a beacon locks you in. If you don't cleanse it and walk on, your endings are still open. Yada yada. All these articles, like, I swear they're written by inhuman people. Okay. Okay, so there's another location that is after the bridge boss. So we're gonna go through the gorge onto the bridge. We're gonna try to see what's up. If it's after the bridge, it might be easier to walk backwards from Calrath for this. I'm not certain. In any case, this area is still pretty miserable. So we just want to skip all those fights. Always killing that guy the same way. Oh, you didn't stagger because you have a protected spirit. Here I thought I could just parry him to a critical and get the one shot, and then it would be over and done. This is where we get a little punished for not having opened the backtrack route, because we could have opened a shortcut through the Umbral. Damage still looking pretty good for the build. Here, slow down for a minute, wait for that guy to drop. Kill him. Proceed. Another thing that's annoying about a lot of NPC quests in these Dark Souls games, a lot of NPCs tend to progress their quests or give their final quest rewards based on you summoning them to help you with a boss fight. And that's pretty annoying. Oh. Another Viking guy. So what that comes down to is there are a lot of like NPC gear pieces and maybe even like parts of cosplay sets that you can't get if you don't summon help. For specific bosses, too. So if you kill the boss and you move on, you'll lose access to stuff. And that happens all the time. Pain in the neck. Yeah, it's one of the most annoying aspects of Souls-likes. The apocryphal questing. And there's gotta be a line, right? Because it's very much in the spirit of the game for you to explore in order to find stuff. And I understand, like, wanting the player character to organically find, like, items in the world, and probably even organically find NPCs and NPC interactions. The problem is the things that lock out. And I think that's the difference, too, because you could have NPCs that are difficult to find or require me to do stuff. You can have NPCs that require me to find some kind of difficult to find items, but when you have a breakpoint where that stops becoming available in an arbitrary way, that's pretty lame. So What I need to do is figure out what's up with going over there. I think I'm just going to go in the Umbral in general. It looks like this place is very different in the Umbral. Yeah, because we've got a blockage up there we need to clear. Got a lot of stuff over here. Looks like we've got a route down there, and that's probably our ticket. I think we might need to fall off the bridge, or that's another blocked path. Okay, so we probably need to drain a thing to open up this bridge fall, and while we're figuring this out, we can set up our seedbed here. Let's check out the end of this route. It's good to check on this, because I did suspect there was something here, and I had meant to come back, but I was just plowing forward. So that's really on me. Because this isn't too hard to find. If you're not looking around in the Umbral periodically, you're not playing the game right. Although I noticed this boss doesn't have a stigma. That might have helped. But it is a generic boss. Dual wielding is so much damage. Although I think when I was using a two-hander, I was also swinging for 200. But when I was using a two-hander, I didn't have 2 runes equipped. Runes are pretty good. I see the spot I need to interact with. It's right there. Unlock this bridge. This like puzzle mechanic with the door blockers in the Umbral was a pretty cool one. I like this. Like, everywhere they use this is pretty good. Yeah, I guess we can come back from Umbral here. There should be a kick-down ladder up ahead of me. Oh, maybe not. Maybe yes? Yes. There we go. More Duralium for my trouble. Ooh. Excuse me, dog. I'm trying to appreciate the scenery. I do think that my parry window for dual wielding is probably a bit worse. Oh, he did his other step forward animation. I think there's I think their animation for taking a step forward is a little bit worse in terms of its reach if they do a double-handed overhead swing. Their one-handed overhead swing has more of a forward step on it. Actually, maybe jump a little. Oh, there's a vestige here that I never found in my other run. Vestige of the Trade Eliard. Looks like that's Damarose, so we're still on track. Use severed hands to purchase items at the Shrine of a Deer. And severed hands are items that you win from PvP encounters. You can get charred fingers, various cosmetics, Slaughterer's Coagulator, and the Knight of a Deer helm, Knight of a Deer trousers, armor gauntlets. Yeah, all of the like PvP Covenant type multiplayer interaction thingamajigs. They all have like a lot of cosmetic rewards and armor sets. Recharred fingers.
Yeah, he'll make a fine servant, this one. There's a special Rogar tool I
She's
know.
got her hook down.
And before he got his throat opened, a little sentinel birdie told me there might be one down in the Calrath cistern. I want you to find it.
I know what she's talking about because I found it last game.
Thousands of years of lies. That's what the world's been fed. A deer was
She's
no
got little
tyrant.
horns, I think?
He was a
Or are
shepherd
those
to
little...
humanity.
No, they're just little different face
We
bits. There's...
couldn't be
I
trusted,
think they're bits of
but
metal.
he was there to
Something
guide
on her
us,
forehead
to
there
keep
and on
peace
her lower
and
end
order
cheekbone.
and justice until the fucking judges. They were no heroes, just greedy heretics who turned people against their god. But the stories say different, don't they? Find me that tool.
I believe you are a merchant as well. So you can sell me charred fingers. Oh, if used before performing the Crimson Ritual, increases the reward. But I think you can play the Crimson Ritual anyway. Like, you can always go after people. I'm not particularly interested in going after people. I'm just gonna play the game. Let's see. I did get up to 30 Inferno. More Inferno. Let's see. So, I could equip the other spell that summons the dogs. Summon the hounds. Let me try it. It costs 110 mana compared to the 13 mana of the throw a fireball. This is actually listed as 0 mana. Is that true? It is not true. Distinctly untrue. But I didn't actually think I had a spell that was free in any case. Okay, back to Lower Calrath. So we need to get to the Calrath Cistern to continue the Adir-based plotline. Also, while I'm at it, did I manage to get the, Okay, I do have the flayed skin. Important. I believe the Infernal Enchantress flesh and everything that is referred to as, like, this and that flesh is part of the Damarose plotline. I think the Umbral plotline is going to be a bit more, like, crazy and saucy when we get into it. Ah, whoops. Back to where we were in our traversal of Lower Calrath. I believe our goal is to go up, basically. No getting past those various bodies. Missed my dodge. Bummer. That's right, that only exists to help you get behind the archer. From what I can tell. Yeah, I remember that. These guys don't particularly care about the fire damage. They're going to be tricky to kill. They do notably less damage to those. They're like Pyric Confessors or something. I forget what those guys are called. Anyway, we've got a thingy here. We've got this guy causing trouble. These guys are a little resistant too, but they're not super healthy, so we can still kind of cut them up. Poisoning knife. Let's see. I believe this is like something around here was there's an umbral route to continue. Yeah. Oh. Shit. Oh, I dodged early. Ah, yeah, he did the rising attack. Got my number. Blech. There's some other items around and stuff too, so we kind of need to do a lot of this trek umbrally, I think. Let me make sure I have holy salts on the hotbar. So we should be using holy salts to supplement our mismatch damage type. Get out of here. Let's transition here. Take it easy on myself. Oh, one of those things is behind me. Wow, that archer just opened up with his worst attack before I could clear that gap. Ah. It's like, yeah, there's a spot on the side that you can use to get behind the archer, but it's blocked by a dog that if you take a moment to attack, it's entirely physically blocked by a dog, and if you take a moment to attack that dog, the archer can do whatever they want to you. Also, one of those little umbral gremlins was gonna spawn behind you. Tricky, tricky. But basically everything is, so whatever. So I set it to right trigger. The guy who showed up behind me, where did he dive bomb from? What are these hounds like? Okay, so I get my own flamethrower doggos, but they're more or less immobile. That's the attack that would kill me, so do that. Okay, so I can physically walk past the dog. We get about a 30 damage boost for changing that up. I'm just going to stay in the Umbral. Yeah, it's about a 50 damage boost on these guys for having the holy damage salts up. You know what? That guy might be resistant to both holy and fire. But we can still land statuses on him, and the build still has a damage boost based on applied statuses. I am gonna throw down a seedling here, because this segment is pretty tough. Also, we've got diverging paths here, so I can go this way first if I want. If things locked on correctly. Let's try this out. Forgot about this jackass. That lock-on never fails. Like, I clearly have my screen centered on this, but I think the lock-on is probably respecting character facing more than camera angle. I can't go over that. I need to drop down here. Okay. These guys just have the worst friggin' camera angle setup. Yep. Can't stop him healing. Alright. It's been terrible. I'm gonna return from Umbral for the health insulation. That was foolish. I should be in Umbral right now. Like, there's like a dozen reasons I should be prioritizing Umbral, because I can siphon health off of those red pustules down there anyway. So I'm not actually gaining health. Although this enemy might ruin me. I want her to pick her fireball, like her mid-range attack. Distinctly did not want her to do that. There we go. Yeah, it gives me a good time to close in. And over here, I believe, is like the secondary Skyne entrance. Yeah, it's the Skyne entrance. Screwed up a couple times over. Spent all my resources. Bleh. Bow of the Convert. Not sure if I found that one before. I'm gonna run back down this way, since I messed up that fight so very badly. Head back over here. And siphon some of these. Is there another one around here, or just the one? I think it was just the one. Is there a stigma? With my continual insistence on not using all the cool bows and arrows I find. It's just you can only do so many things per run. So, because I also want to do a run that really uses thrown weapons. Yeah, because there are swords, there are cool fist weapons, like, I've seen a lot of those. I'm like, oh man, I should do a fist weapons thing. I don't know. Okay, so I believe I need to step down and then do a thing with this. You kicking me? That was my plan. I wanted to kick you. Because there are, like, the banner javelins, like, oh, shit, there's a thrown weapon that also buffs you. That's neat. Yeah, because I've done hammers and axes. There are swords and fist weapons and bows. There's a character who looks very throwing axe pilled. And, like, the fact that I'm not using throwing axes with the axes build is kind of like, eh. And there's still a bunch of two-handed weapons, like there's two-handed hammers and stuff that I haven't messed with yet. I think... there's one way we can go from here, I believe, that opens a shortcut. I vaguely remember this guy as being close to a shortcut. It might be that it's ahead of him. I kick you. No, that's right. It's, through here is a vestige. That guy was close to a vestige. This is like kind of our halfway point for, Lower Calrath. We'll rest here for our Sanguinarix charges. Yeah, so I did hammer and board, and I was kind of doing, like, I did two-handed sword for the first, like, 8 hours of that run, and then I retooled it and went hammer and sword from then. Remember what all's around here. This wall's almost certainly fake, right? Yeah. Ah! Come in! There we go. I think this area is just a seed bed and a chest. Sword of skin and tooth, and a lot of salts. I think this was a pretty cool one from what I remember. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's like, so this is a two-handed sword, B- strength scaling, 36 strength requirement, 200 fire buildup on that. So if I actually want to attack on a narrow passage like that, my best bet is to put two hands on the axe for a moment. Because it gives me a very vertical attack pattern. I can kill these things through their umbral protection, because that spirit's not giving them invulnerability, and their damage is a bit too low. I don't think that's the case for this guy, though. Oh. Oh, right. She can do that because I was scanning the umbral. Taking advantage of me? A little difficult to keep straight. There we go. Oh, no, you didn't get hit. The character has a bit of a tendency to overshoot some attacks when you aren't locked on. So the character will certainly, like, attack a little, like, there's a lot of forward motion on some attacks. That can be problematic. Fire ward's very useful in this area. Siphon this. Yeah, I think we'll return from Umbral here. Yeah, I think the next playthrough I wanted to do, I was tempted to do, like, dual-wielding knives. Or fist weapons. I see, I gotta jump here. Sort of. That looked like a really bad jump, but I guess it worked. Okay, there are so many directions for me to go, I'm getting a little lost. So, okay, so, like, is this even the first one I ran across? Yeah, I think it is. I see there's a stigma over there, and I want that. Grab this item, cinder bolts. I don't know if I found that or not last time around.
I can't go back down there. I just can't. It's not the darkness or the hazards. It's the things the darkness shows you.
Whispers to you. A deer's mark ring. That sounds up my alley for this run. Increase Inferno, sure. I do think that the Umbral is the most sinister of the three forces. Even a deer seems to think that the Umbral is sinister and heretical. I think having a deer as the final boss and having him kind of say to you, hey, you should do something different, is pretty cool. It, like, really sets up for doing another playthrough afterwards. The random bullshit go build. Yeah. Because there's, like, tons of cool grenades. There's, like, a slew of cool throwing knives that all have different status effects. You can very easily do a bunch of different statuses with those. Okay, so this got us back to the Vestige. And I can definitely go back to the Vestige from here. But I think also there might be something over here. Okay, I see. There's another kickdown ladder. Which I think actually can put me down to street level. Yeah, okay, so let's do the street level part of the exploration. I think one thing I need to do, and this is another thing that bothers me about Souls-likes, I need to look up a reference on, like, the rings and the necklaces to see how much of a damage multiplier these things apply.
Elian, you can't just run off like this. You had everyone at the orphanage worried sick. I know it's not easy,
Elian.
but it can be a frightening place at times, so I want to give you something very special I've had since I was a
Wait.
little girl. When I used to get scared, I held it very, very tightly. And that's when
But the odd stone, Pyeta referred to the odd stone as being hers, but this girl is being referred to as Elian. So Pyeta must be like a conversion name.
Understand? There's nothing to be afraid of, Elian. I promise.
Oh, that's still... You're not dead. Wait, no, I hit A! Why did I hit A? That's so dumb. I just pressed it randomly while I was, like, trying to clamber up. I knew that was a mimic, too. But I thought that the butterfly was dead from the other hits I gave in, and it wasn't. One more for the inevitable mimic reel. I'm gonna have to hunt through all of my YouTube uploads for all of the mimics I ran into. The thing I find interesting about this route that I'm taking to get to this area is that I'm getting down here. Oh, you know what? With this build, this armor, I can just kind of walk forward through that fire breath and kill those dogs, and it doesn't bother me nearly at all. Pirate cultist with this Inferno does not give a shit about the flamethrower attack. Hey buddy, what's up?
I'd heard things in Mornstead were bad, but this, centuries of madness and slaughter, atrocity upon atrocity.
It does look like Calrath is kind of the center of it.
If all this really resulted from the presence of the rune, then
what?
Whatever boons it might, but it's your but never turn to someone.
Yep. The lamp is mine. Okay, I'm just gonna go down and, like, grab my vigor first. You. Mimics, from what I've seen, they actually reposition themselves a little bit in an area. So that's like kind of this is kind of the Mimic's haunting ground, but its exact position here isn't always the same from what I've seen. Which is pretty great, IMO. Just go for fire salts here. Roar. I think fire is reasonably effective against this enemy type. Okay. Notably, not really. It's good against this chaff, but I think these basic guys are vulnerable to almost everything. I don't think I've found a damage type that does not work on them. Oh, drop me a rune. Cool. And I think we will return from Umbro here. Can't remember if there's anything important down this street. We're gonna go that way. I think it might lead to the mine or something, but I don't even know if the mine is where I'm trying to go right now. I don't think it's the case that is. I don't think it is the case that I'm trying to go to the mine. Yeah, I don't have any better resistance to swords. all she wrote for you. Duralium, 4 nuggets. Okay, so that's a spot that I would need to open up a shortcut from. I think there's still more stuff down below if I walk the streets. Like, go over here. Got another item that is not a mimic. Thank you. Defiled infantry bow. I think that has, like, wither damage or something. And here's a shortcut I can open back to the other segment that was pre-slums. Like, the beginning of the area. You gonna bother me? Check in for umbral nonsense. Okay, I think I just, like, keep going back the way I was now. Yeah. This entire segment down the ladder on the streets is just an offshoot, a series of shortcuts, a chance to talk to the Iron Wanderer, shoot shit a little. Now get caught up. I don't really need that item. I'd have to fight a guy for it. So I'm not gonna. Oh!
Hello, Lampy. A nice man with a little moustache told me he saw
This is where I was
taking
missing
Melkor
Drustin.
towards the castle, and this was how to get there. And look, I found a helmet. The head that were in it fell right out, and it fit perfect.
The head fell right
That's a
out.
good sign, that is. Melkor said Mornstead were going to be the answer to all that. I don't know what problems he'll sort everything. Blimey, ain't half the inserts and the fools are getting sleep. See? Ooh, that in the spot.
Those are our
I feel
stamina
like I've come
item.
A million billion miles. No monster better getting me wet. For them. Look out, baddies.
If it's unripe berries and they're like small green berries that give energy, that might actually be coffee. Let me try. I think like unroasted coffee I know is small and green like seeds, but Oh, this is the back half of the shortcut to get back into this area. I actually might need to run over there. Yeah, okay. I think I need to climb this ladder and go back over that way. This is a fine time for me to rest. Be down 2 Sanguinarix charges, and we have a level up for more Inferno. One of the things I was mentioning a bit ago, I got sidetracked, the values associated with accessories. So we've got a pendant right now that says it provides a damage bonus per status effect the enemy is suffering. Well, I would love to know how much of a damage bonus that is. Like, is that a big, meaningful percentile damage bonus, or is it like a flat bonus that might be cool to know, because if it's a flat bonus, it might be optimal to dual wielding or something. But who knows? Because there is no Dark Souls game that is ever forthright about that information on its various accessories. They all just say general numbers. Woo! I'm trying to figure out if any of these drop downs put me in new places or if they loop me back to places I've already been. I think these are all just, like... I think I've run through these areas. Yeah, I've definitely been down on the street level here. So then... I'm thinking that maybe the way forward I need to take was one of the umbral routes that was earlier along one of the rooftops. Because this is just getting me back to this is just a shortcut that's getting me back to the hub with the vestige. And this is part of an area I was in before. How did I get into here? Did I fall or jump into here? I fell from up there into here. Okay. So I think I do need to actually go back to the vestige and loop back around, because I think I've fallen into, like, a one-way area. And this one-way just takes me back to the vestige. It's effectively like a dead end with a loop, but we had, like, a cool ring and a cool bow out on this direction. So, whatever. Okay, so we go back to the vestige. From what I remember, there are, like, 3 offshoots from this. I think I've done the other offshoot, so I think I need to fall down again. Am I thinking of the other area that has the other offshoot? Dang it. We're not falling down here. We've already done all that. Okay. So then we go down this way. This is back over here. This is the street level that I could have fallen to. Okay, so as a note, could have just fallen to get down here instead of running back around. So we come back up here. Okay, this was the fall I was talking about. So if that's not leading me somewhere, then where I need to go is just along this street level. Lock on the correct enemy. Why one of those swings whiffed. And then we run further forward along the street level. Does this put us anywhere? Yes. This puts us at the big tree where we're supposed to take a left. There's a ruiner. I remember that I'm supposed to take a left because that's literally the map graphic for the whole area. It's like all it gets you. I think this is a good spot to drop a seed bed. It's a reasonably long walk past a couple of archers. And I do think that the Rogar Trapper enemies are a pretty annoying enemy variant. Enemy type, I guess. Of course, there are other umbral flower beds around here because the game does not appear to put a whole lot of thought into where some of these things will be. Sometimes it just scatters these features around. It's a little unnerving or mind-numbing or something. It's weird. Wait, hold up. Is this back on the same street level? No, this is behind an object. Here, I believe we have a ladder. So I guess the Mangler set is what these random Viking dudes use. So that was a Mangler sleeves that I picked up. Mangler axe is one of the weapons I'm building. I have no idea where I'm being attacked from. Might be from above. Probably figure it out. Might be good to figure out at some point soonish which enemies are more vulnerable to Wither. I'm really not sure. You've got pretty regular access to Wither damage. You've got the Wither Salts. I've seen various weapons that inflict Wither damage. This wall is not real. Serrated Staff. Wish that dog wasn't dead. Might be, like, convenient for me. Go. Use the Holy Salts there so that I would have some kind of unresisted damage type involved in slapping that enemy. Not eager to be tackling fire sorceresses with just fire damage. Okay, so that was the up and over route that I took. Going over here. I'm sure we're going up here next. I think there's an umbral route through all this fire. There's something neat over there, but I don't remember what. I hate getting caught on that backswing, because the backswing, of course, has a different timing than the forehand. That's not openable? Is it fake? It is fake. Purifying Balm. I think that might actually be a throwable that has like a beneficial effect that you can use in co-op. Like something you can throw at a buddy to fix their bullshit. Hitter. Okay. Okay, the one with fire weapons is nastier for a lot of reasons. That I didn't really have quantified because I usually kill these guys before they can do much. Ravager Gregory's Rosary. That's part of a quest line we don't care about. This particular run-through. Split crossbow. Okay. Is what? Okay, so that can drop me back down to an older area. But I had to drop down to get these last couple items, so I guess we've got to drop down either way. Which I think means that we might be resting a while. I think my seedling was further up than this. Or did I do a kickdown ladder that fixes the problem? Sure. Whatever. This gets us back on the rooftops anyway, and I think that's generally what we're doing. Oh no, it's not on the real rooftops. It's on, like... I'm gonna put us back at this other thing. Yeah, okay, so we need to run past this sorceress. From what I've seen, the sorceress tether range isn't too bad. Want to check out what's through here? Wither wards. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Fallen Lord's sword. What an embarrassing position to be dead in. Right over there. Ooh, we have found something very nice. Big damage. So, the roar spell, it's pretty cool that the roar spell can be used in conjunction with something that's going to enchant my weapons. The roar spell also calls out that it is an amp for all damage types. Wrong thing. There we go. I got a little panic there. I went hard on my sanguinarics. Probably the right move to do there anyway. Go. Okay, so that was the fake wall that I went through, and that led to like a drop-down spot, from what I remember. Okay, they did not fill up our poison meter, so we're pretty good. Get out of here. Continue up this way. Let's get some help. Ugh, nasty room. It would have been a lot easier if I had applied some buffs to myself before going in here. I feel like beating higher difficulties and bigger challenges in this game is going to be mostly about understanding which rooms are about to be real nasty. That'll get him. this. Blackfeather Ranger axe is a starting weapon for one of the other classes. I cannot remember if it is a melee weapon or a throwable, actually. Turn from Umbral. I can see something in that. There's like a ladder asset in the middle of that bonfire, which is confusing and jarring to me. Who's used to thinking like, ooh, ladder. Yeah, the me that is accustomed to that is struggling. The Ring of Nourishment, very, pretty cool item. Doesn't necessarily align with our build here. I don't think it ever really aligns with a build because it doesn't, like, help your damage or defenses. It's not really synergistic. So thank you. I really want a mana stone here. What I need is... Okay, I'm out of my minor holy salts. So... Fireball, please. That's okay. There you go. Okay. I gotta take every one of those casters seriously, even when I'm very resistant to them. They can really put me over a barrel. I think we're about to go into the fight with the progeny thingamajig. Lock in a couple more upgrades. Inferno 35 feels good. Take a rest. So, progeny fight. I'm gonna remove fire salts from the thingamajig real quick. Put on holy salts. Otherwise, I think we're pretty good for the fight. Yep, this is the spurn progeny. And after this should be the mines. Let's see. Looking to go through the mines to the cistern and get the Adir Worshipper's Saw. I remember where that is. I don't think there are any items in the mine that we need either, because I don't think there are any, like, special fleshes or other Adir-related things. I don't know when our next important drop is, considering the items that we already have. I mean, certainly, there's a lot of things in little nooks and crannies that are easy to miss. Right, so I need a dodge on all those. Supposed to dodge that too, of course. Bit of time between some of this stuff. Equip Bria Stone here. Make use of some of that. Wait for him to come on over. It's a little tricky to get punishes on those unless we lock on. Oh. go. That's better. If our dodges are going forward and backward rather than left and right, it's a bit easier to punish his hand slaps. This should be his big attack. This gives us plenty of time to do like Mana Stone, Brio Stone, rebuff, whatever. Guess I'll reapply my Adir Shout. Oh, I thought he got tired and vulnerable after that, but I guess not. Oh, this is the other one that we want to be far away from. This is just annoying. And it's going to cover that platform and bullshit, so we can't really hang out. I'll reapply Holy Salts here. It lasts a good long time, the Holy Salts buff. But we were probably due to reapply anyway. Want to make sure we're getting just dodges on these to apply wither damage. Topped off. This is the leave platform attack. Keeping an eye on the floor because the base of the arena actually does repair at some point. Reapply Shout. Big attack, hang out over here. I don't really need to apply Bria Stone or mana. We should be good for the fight, basically. Yeah, okay, now he's exhausted. And that's the fight. Took a couple small hits, much to my shame. But pretty fine otherwise. Umbral, grab the Stigma.
The music on the horizon. Perhaps that's what will fill the holes in the world.
Perhaps that's what will fill the holes in the
Pluck
world.
it from the air and bring it home.
What a strange bit of dialogue. I get the feeling that that's alluding to something. Upgrades. We haven't done vitality upgrades in a while, so I'm going to lock in a couple of those. And we'll rest for Sanguinarix charges and to go back to Axiom. And then we're proceeding to the mines. So there are like 3 things to do in the mines from what I remember. Is this real? That's real. Pretty sure this brings us to the mines. Right? Can't do anything around here without cutting through like 5 zombies. do you think you've been up to all this time? Yerk. Oh, there's actually a difficult series of fights over here, isn't there? Who's over here? There's more stuff before we get to the mine that I forgot about. Didn't realize was a thing. And I can go back and get a Sanguinarix charge whenever I want. Yeah, I really like the Spurned Progeny fight. It's fun to do, it's pretty fair. That is a Saintly Quintessence down there. Wait, can I jump onto that tree thing? I can. Seems like a useful shortcut. Something else got me from down there, I think. Sit still and take your friggin' lumps. I'm so tired of you being here. I don't have enough mana to call out more dogs. There's so much stuff, though. Still not enough after that Mana Stone? Really? What? Is it like once per rest or something silly? Look, you, over there. Just let me, like... Can I just throw stuff at you and you'll die? It's resistant to fireballs, too. That's interesting. It's resistant to fireballs, but it's not resistant to my regular axe attacks. Even though my axe does partially fire damage. Okay. I finally killed enough stuff to move forward into what is inevitably some stuff I don't want to deal with down here. Ow. Don't interrupt my yelling. I didn't get out of that? You're kidding me, I'm dead. They just need to make that attack a little smaller. I did a back step and a back roll. Jeez. The fire warp from them is an attack I particularly dislike. I mean, that enemy type is actually one I dislike to a good extent. But Okay, let's actually take the time to... You know what? Actually, I need to go grab my stuff and then Vestige Moth back. I've got a lot of I've got a lot of uncapitalized on upgrades waiting for me, and I'm actually just dealing pretty low damage, and that's kind of getting in my way here. Yeah, I skipped that guy by using the Umbral Fall path that I did. That is a real item. Take a moment. Real ass gesture. There. Got my souls, Vestige Moth out. Good old Homeward Bone. Because we've got, like, I've got a Sanguinarix charges to pick up. Some weapon upgrades for sure. I might have different runes to socket in. I don't think I found any cooler runes. I don't think we need to do any quest progression stuff.
Our holy work continues, Lampbearer.
Yeah, so we've got like 1.5 Sanguinarix upgrades.
May Aureus' divine radiance flow.
I wish the half counted.
and
It doesn't.
you.
Wouldn't that be nice? Let's see. Andreas of Ebb's elegantly penned note.
Good thing I've got, because cross is like walking, but still, when you grow up, I've never been my grandfather, and there was one to every man. That left an imprint. They made worship on why Judge Cleric parted ways with the church. Hello
Still
again.
a firm believer in Judge Cleric. He's got the Ruiner Axe for sale, which is Strength and Inferno. Exiled Stalker Daggers. I wonder if the reason he has exiled... He's got 2 Exiled Stalker Daggers. I feel like this is storytelling that he himself is kind of an Exiled Stalker. He is an exile. That's like his thing. Buy all kinds of salts from him. He should be the most useful shopkeep if you're playing a low-level run. Like, if you're playing level 1, you liquidate all of your vigor to this guy, because he's got the great consumables all in, like, infinite quantities. You can get every kind of salt maxed out. And if you're playing on level 1, this is what your damage actually comes from, is applying salts
May
to your
your
weapons.
path be blessed.
It's upgrading your weapons and applying salts to them. That's all the damage you're going to get. All right. So I've got 8 regular Duralium. It's not too much. 'Cause that's only going to get me 1 upgrade on each of these. Okay, I see. I'm up to large Duralium now. All right. So these are just going to sit at +5. And I don't think I have any different runes for them. Nope. Oh, I should be upgrading my Catalyst, though, too. I think that's also on regular Duralium. Yes. So I can buy some more regular Duralium from him. I think it's a total of 7
Hello again,
to
friend.
get all the upgrades in. So I want 5,600.
Hello again, friend.
I'll sell my vertebra. I don't need them. Keep the charmed paws. Sell the duplicate ear.
Hello again, friend.
I want to change out my eyes. No. Not right now. Ammunition satchels are just money for a caster build.
Hello again, friend.
Buy those. I think I may not have enough vigor to get these upgrades right now. Not unless I sell off more stuff. Even when I'm not going to use them, I don't like selling off any unique weapons. I wanted to check on the serrated staff. Okay, it's just kind of a halberd weapon type. Yeah, Bow of the Convert. Oh, goodness. This applies 3 different kinds of statuses. This does bleed, fire, and poison. Jeez. Number of Mornstead soldiers abandoned their duties and converted to become members of the Hallowed Sentinels instead, choosing devotion to the cleric over devotion to their homeland, the issue becoming one of increasing concern to the kingdom's rulers. And the Defiled Infantry Bow, very ordinary. I noticed the Defiled Infantry Bow is Strength C-, Agility C-. This is just Agility scaling, but it is an Agility C. I do wonder if the Ruiner Shield has some kind of ability to spit fire like the Ruiners do. Oh, the Trapper Crossbow and the Split Crossbow are both just strength scaling. They require strength to equip, too. Definitely don't want to sell off any rings. I never would. I don't think I have any other duplicate gear pieces that I can really part with, so... if anything, we're looking at dropping consumables. I think I can sell Poison Resistance Balm without qualms. So yeah, I need to get another, like, 2,500 Vigor to get those upgrades locked in. Leveled up too much. Oh, I didn't mean to rest. That's a misclick. Spawned me in kind of strangely. The Vestige of Doln should be further ahead for us than any other seedling. It's kind of unfortunate that the upgrades for the Vengeance mechanic aren't really interesting for me anymore at this point. Oh, okay, I thought I had missed it, but I guess we're fine. I don't know how to get what's over there. I think that's attached to another area, if anything. I think I can fall here? Yeah, we're cool. Ow! Jerk. I'm doing stuff. No, lock on to the item. There we go. Vessel root. That is another... Ah! Dang it. Forgot about these nuisances. But at least I've learned how to run past most of this stuff since I'm familiar with the area. This is making me more confident that a low-level run is possible. These areas that I know more about, since I did this run back a lot in the last run, so I feel more comfortable running through it at a blitz. Increase maximum mana. Oh, that could be useful. I don't think I'm going to use it. Honestly, this ring that increases Inferno, it's okay, but just getting more levels in an attribute is usually going to be worse than something that applies a percentile increase. I would know if it's more useful if I could get the numbers on what the percentile... Urgh. Why does every game do that wrong? Beep boop. Excuse me. Damn it. Damn it. Enemy type's so annoying. Old Mornstead sword. I'm remembering now that I got killed by a barrel. I didn't finish looting. So we need to run back and go back through this. Now the barrel trap does not respawn. Banner Javelin protection. Kind of neat. I don't really care. I was a little too close to the explosion. Doesn't matter. We didn't have a lot of vigor. I'm just gonna run past the stuff again. We looted 2 items. We take the run again. This area is very annoying to actually kill everybody in. So I think my plan for the game is, we're gonna do the Infernal run, then we're gonna do the Umbral run, and then after the Umbral run, we're gonna evaluate possible challenge runs. So, there are 2 challenge runs that I'm aware of. Well, one is like, I could try... Oh, whoops. Yeah, don't miss that jump. There are 2 challenge runs that I have in mind. So I can try the level 1 challenge. Looks pretty challenging in this game. You're gonna have to beat bosses pretty much without ever getting hit. And you're gonna have to be able to run through areas successfully avoiding or evading almost every enemy. Because you're not gonna be suited to fighting enemies in the later areas. Almost at all. But it does seem as though a lot of those areas, it's probably doable once you know the exact enemy layouts. The other challenge that we can do or try is something I've seen hinted at on like Discord and some of the pages related to the game. So that apparently there's a Bucket Lord challenge where you fight with the bucket, which is like a one-handed mace. Your character fights things with an empty bucket strapped over one of their hands. Lump hammer is a thrown weapon. Okay, what's the actual path from here? This is where we get stuck. Okay, so I got that. Door. It's just a door. Super simple. Nothing crazy. It's just a door. We get the Adir's Authority spell. There's another crazy shout for us. Sweet. Okay, I actually want to get this bit of lore. Okay, these guys have, like, their frame rate has freaking died. And I actually suspect there might be an issue with leaving enemies behind us alive. The game might not actually be able to tolerate too many enemies spawned in at once. Autocorrect into us. Gotta be careful since we're already in the Umbral right now. There we go. Okay. The chip rune tablet gives us the second set of rune slots.
Fellow visionaries, you placed your trust in me. And did I not deliver on all of my promises? Your coffers
Here we go.
Your
Emerge from the Umbral. I think
as you deserve.
one of these connects to a shortcut. Nice try, Mimic. Yeah, this is just another connection here. Both of these directions lead down into this. I think up here was a connection to, like, Skyrest Bridge or something. Got a chest. Gives us Overseer gear. And that is not a connection to anything. That is a real obstacle. Okay. Heading back down. We could set a seedling there, but we'd only be getting past one fight. Remember, you're a pain in the neck. So, like, you know, take a hike. Knock that down. What's up? More small duralium, which is, you know, if you wanted to swap weapons, this is a pretty ideal time in the game to do it. Another flower bed. Ow. Oh, he actually clonked me. Oh, the bucket run? Possibly, but I mean, you can upgrade the bucket. I don't know how bad the damage is on the bucket. There's like some kind of weird bucket-oriented quest line where you get gilded bucket armor. I don't know. It's like the joke of the game. But I don't know if it's as bad as a broken sword run from earlier Dark Souls games. I still haven't done something like a broken sword run from Dark Souls 1. But I do loosely understand that an upgraded broken sword is not the worst weapon ever, because weapon upgrades are just that impactful in each of these games. I believe this is Sunless Sky and Key requirement. Okay. We should be coming up at a vestige right here. Cool. In terms of impossible stuff, I saw somebody try to do a, unarmed only or kicks only run in Elden Ring, but there's no way to get your unarmed damage to scale up in Elden Ring, apart from like 2 little items that make it scale like a pathetic 10 damage. So he killed like a grand total of 2 bosses ever. And yeah, I ain't got the time for that. As for this game, I figure even if you're using buckets, you can still, like, deflect things and get in critical hits. So it's probably a question of how do your critical hits scale up? And of course, the bucket build would not also be a level 1 build. So I would be doing either the bucket build or the level 1 build. I think the level 1 build, it seems to me like it probably wouldn't be in much trouble until I'm getting up to, like, the mine or something. Not gonna Donkey Kong me today. Not for a 3rd time. I kinda remembered that. That drop. But it doesn't kill you, so I don't really care. Yeah, we really want to umbral transition here. It is unnerving to me how consistently the lock-on locks onto something that I didn't want to lock onto. Like, when I'm very specifically selecting objects and not getting them, happens more often than I feel that it should. Ow. Okay, so this is the way out here. Out of the poison pit. Okay, this time, let's pay attention on the way up, because apparently we need to. Should I set a ceiling here? I only have one left. I don't really want to. I think I'm gonna set a shortcut up very soon. Okay. Is that real? That's real. Ring of the First of the Beasts. Yeah, I think somewhere around here is a kick-down ladder. Or, okay, so there's a lever pull, which should open that gate over there. This is a push ladder. And this is a man trying futilely to kill me. Don't you know I have iframes? You don't stand a chance. You don't have iframes. It's not even fair. There's nothing else over here. It's not a bad idea for me to come back here, rest, and then proceed. Dryleaf Dane. Well, you can't possibly get to Dryleaf Dane while being unarmed all the way, and it'd be up to you to choose if that counts. Yeah, iframes is what makes the player character truly special in this game. You get a lot of them. This game is very good to you on your defenses. It's very good to you on your defenses, but it's not, like, overpowered good. Like, in Dark Souls 3, a lot of the time, you just spam the roll because your defenses are way too good. And I don't necessarily get that sense in this game. Because your defenses are good, but they're committal. Like, you get a lot of iframes when you dodge, but then you have dodge, and it takes a moment for your character to, like, suss his stuff back out again. Looks like we're jumping down there. No, that's right. That one we have to, like, go around to get the item. Is this the same spot I was at before? Wait, is this... This water is poison. We need to go through here in the Umbral. To avoid being poisoned to death. It's also a little easier to see, like marginally. A lot of stuff spawning up as we run through. I don't care, don't care. Oh. It's going. Seems annoying. Could you burn everything for me? Be real cool if you did. The hounds do really appallingly low damage for what they are. It's got like the look and sound of a really impressive ability, but the aggregate damage on that was probably less than a fireball for 10 times the friggin' cost. I suppose it's a little nice that it's set and forget damage, and it is inflicting a status condition. It also, these enemies, it seems, fire doesn't seem to be very effective against them in the first place, so maybe that's really what we're looking at here. Is like, well, yeah, that's what you get on an enemy that doesn't actually give a shit about fire. I'm gonna try changing these out. Oh, we did get the Seared Soul, so we can, conjure the other fire shooters. Maybe they're good. These guys a moment to throw out some attacks, make them feel good about themselves before they get cut down. So we got that, we got Adir's Authority. Damage nearby enemies. Okay, so this one is, it seems like this is the, what's that spell? It's the pulse knockback thing. That's a really funny spell to use a lot of the time in Dark Souls. So we're gonna give this a shot. I know that in this room, there's a, I know there's a vestige nearby, but I'm not sure if I can get to it from this angle without opening the thing. Ow. I know there's a bunch of stuff down there. So I know I need to go into the Umbral, go down there, and do some things. Okay, still doesn't kill him. Just a little possibility test there. I know I need to go down there. I'm trying to remember how dangerous it is. There's a face down there. I'll place a seedling. Anything can happen when I go to fight ahead. Or a face. Umbral face. Hold up. Is there anything? Why does this place exist? What's up here? We're not seeing an Umbral thing up here? There's gotta be something. Well, we need an Umbral transition anyway. Let's just transition and check it out. Okay. Maybe there's something out here after I, like, move some things around. No. Only you. My health. There we go. I was not doing so hot there. I think I had a lot of fire salts that I could use. Let's enjoy that damage boost as we run through here dealing with this crap. So the face is kind of back off into the corner. Might be able to avoid it for a while, but not forever. I remember that being a decent rune. My rune slots don't match it right now. Oh, the back is actually somewhat vulnerable. There we go. Cool. I didn't realize I could hurt those guys from behind to that extent. Oh, Tumul. Okay, that's another equipable rune, actually. So that's the kind of slot that I have. Things out. Okay, I think I need to take this ladder up? No, that's not right. Okay, we can't climb that ladder while we're in Umbral, eh? I know I needed to get up to a device. So I think I do need to take the ladder down over in one of these spots. Come on, grab it. Ooh, that was a good vigor. Oh, no, the ladder down was just there, isn't it? Ooh, more vigor skulls. Animated vigor skulls, no less. Okay, so it's there. Oh. That's probably what I gotta do. Gets that out of the way, which moves all of this hanging nonsense, so then I can climb up. Cool. And then, let's see. It has to be activated. Can't mess with that while we're in the Umbral. Activate Vestige of Trin, rest, talk to Byron. Yeah. My feet are falling asleep. Gotta move them around. Yeah.
Where the hell's it gone? This vestige. Far. I left a token. A pendant. It's all I have. Katrin and I we fell in love. Even though they found out in the end they are not for long. Eventually there came a day when I'll find them. You find them. There'll be blood for this.
Let's see. Come over here. Pull the lever. And I believe that raises the grate and drains the water. Which is good for us for a couple reasons. Climb down real quick. Grab the item that's off this corpse. The Ring of Bones. Then we can check to remember what the Ring of Bones does. Increase endurance, cool, whatever. That would normally be pretty good. Right, we aren't doing anything there with Byron. Our next thing to do, I believe, is to go across that gap. Okay, no, this has to be brought down. We bring it down here by walking across the other side of this. It is pretty neat the game has some kind of system for spawning, like, loose items. Because I really don't think that down there was there before. But I feel like I've noticed a lot coming in, like, re-entering areas. There's some stuff around that I didn't expect to be there. Oh, yeah. This guy's the annoying one because he's got, like, dogs, an archer behind him, and this hallway is actually kind of like the limits of a tether range for him. He set me on fire for a moment, I thought. Okay, no, we're not on fire. He kept, like, using the self-immolation technique, and I thought it was gonna actually put me on fire. up. Sovereign Protector set. Moving on through here. Yada yada. Big door. I think I just want you to get your butt down here. Lonked. Soul flaying people off of ledges is awesome. Dodged way too early. So much easier to deal with that attack when I have high Inferno. There we go. Okay. Whew. Kick down ladder. Going through here. Out of Sanguinaric's charges, I might have to watch out. First effigy. I believe that's a catalyst. It is not. What is that? That's ammunition? What is that ammunition for? Oh, throwable things do appear under ammunition. Okay. Throwables are not a ranged weapon. They're ammunition for the throwing hand. So I could try the Seared Soul. Might check that out. Ring of Bones. Oh, the Ring of Bones is equipment load, not endurance. Getting confused. Looking at the wrong item. What is that item I found? Okay, I lost track of what it is. I have a lot of items that I never turned into Dunmire. Is it? Oh, there it is. Cursed Effigy. Okay. Inflicts physical damage while increasing the user's stamina regeneration. Weird. Okay. Gotta drop down here. Is that our only option? I'm not sure I progressed anywhere. Hold up. Let's see. So I climbed up here. Okay, I see. I remember. Loosely. I loosely remember. So I'm in this section. I fight that guy. There's a weird item there. I don't remember it being anything good. Like, I don't remember it being super useful. So I kicked down that ladder, which leads back to that other area with the poison pit. But I don't think I really need to go down there unless I want to make the funky jump to get that item. Right, so I came in here, went down here, fought this guy, looped back around, ladder up here, and then I do take that fall, I think. yeah, it's not too big a fall. Get you. Baronon's ring. That opens that grate. And over here.
I'm Winterberry.
Winterberry.
I don't get many. I like your lamp. That I know a long time ago. I asked someone else who had it. He betrayed it to me. And he called me a bad name and told me he was rude. There were lots of nasty, and that's how I guess I'm keeping it for myself. Hello.
Okay.
I've got a shop.
Hysteria Pendant is a spell power increase. We might want to try that.
Bye.
This friggin' guy. Look at you. Look at what you're doing. I don't have time for you. Get out of here. Talking to a merchant. Damn it! What did I say? I hate that they can do that. Stop poisoning! There. Enough. Jeez. Oh, that's related to the Damarose quest. So I was locked out of it on my last run.
Hello.
Anyways, removes a spell slot, increase spell power, posture damage on striking a bleeding enemy. Could be applicable here. I am inflicting bleed. Crossbow bolt's cheaper. Defense while casting. I'm not super interested in that. The resource that is involved in Katrine's pen, it's one of the 3 Covenant resources, but I don't know. I don't know which one that is, or what to do about it really. And then she's got Vestige Seeds for sale. If I was going to use any of these things, the Hysteria Pendant might actually be good. I don't know how much it increases spell power by. I should buy these items because you don't get infinite chances to buy these items. Pretty sure this person will go away.
They like to stay in the... Well, they're not very friendly. It means I'm not on my...
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so... I believe this route here goes back to what's-his-face. The door is open now, which gives me a route into the cistern. And Damarose wanted the saw from the cistern. And then after we've given her the saw, then I think we can start giving her, like, flesh items and things like that. She'll start asking us for some other stuff that we already have.
The thief's not... Does this place look... Oh, all right. When I find it, I'll stay... If you thought... Katrin wouldn't have ignored... If you right ever thought of it... Katrin wouldn't have ignored...
Okay, we'll rest here, and then I need to fight back through that stuff into the cistern. Well, I need to fight back through some of that stuff. I'm gonna run past a lot of it. Can I successfully run past the guy in this hallway? I feel like I've tried to run past this guy several times before, and it doesn't usually go well for me. Not because of him, because of all this other junk. Let's see. Well, that wasn't so bad. Can I run past you? Maybe. Can I run past you? This appears to be kind of working. Oh. Now here, I don't know. We've got one of those stealthy poison archers up ahead. Down this route. No, you don't. Got me there. I believe this is the way I need to go, but it might not be. It's hard to remember. This is a one-way door, right? No, drainage control key. Okay. How many times can you shoot? You just have infinite ammo. I sure would love to see like in a sense that is not. There we go. Jeez. That's what I'm after. The Adir Worshipper's Saw.
My friends, I know the journey here was arduous, and that since arriving in Mornstead, we have suffered much. But take heart, for are we now not within reach of Adir himself? Do we not walk among the Rogar?
Something I've noticed about this game, there is no weapon swap in the interface, unlike every other Dark Souls game. So you can't like suddenly switch off to a dagger or something like that. Whatever I have equipped in my menu, that's what's equipped. I can change the number of hands I have on a weapon. Okay, so this spot right here requires a ladder kick down. This area over here is going to try to drop somebody on my head. Not sure what the threshold is for that. That was really effective. Dodged a little too early. You're dead anyway. That's what was back here, the Nohota effigy. Okay, not important for our run. Probably be very important if we were on an Umbral Catalyst run. So that kick down, I don't remember what we have to do for it. I think we have to go, like, back this way and fall into something. It might require the cistern key that apparently we don't have. Because I think up this way is just the Adir Worshipper thing, and then the drainage control key for getting back here to pull that lever. Which I want to do, but I need to remember where that key is. It might be over this way somewhere. Wither salts. What you doing, buddy? Got him. The boss with the 3 of them is going to be super hard if I want to go up against that thing. So this lets me walk out to here, which can put me at the boss. I don't remember if that is a great thing. Oh, I guess I've already jumped down and now I'm screwed. Okay then. Maybe we're not screwed. Back to here. I think I can just go back into the little tunnel works I was in already. Yeah, okay. So that was back over here, and then we went this way, and then I went that way. So what if I go this way instead? Ladder kick. Unblinking root. Stop kicking me into the wall. I want to see. Ammunition, mana stone. And reopen the door that is just that other area. That's just the bit at the top of the cistern. So now we're able to get down here if we want. We cannot take that slide down without being in the umbral because it's all wet. I have a loose feeling that the drainage control key was like, maybe not available in the umbral, and we need to be in Axiom to find it. But maybe not. No. Okay, so Axiom explorations require that we have already drained the water. I don't remember where the drainage key actually is. We have to go there? We might have to go there, but I don't remember how to get there. I'm not in good shape for this boss fight. There are like 2 ways to this boss fight and everything. Okay. What I'm gonna do, since I found the Adir Worshipper Saw already, is we're gonna go deliver that. Could also use a Vigor Moth and attempt the boss, but I think that's just a real crapshoot. So let me go. Let me go pay a visit to Damarose. We did get an extra shortcut, so it's easier for us to get back into the cistern. So the shrine. I think I'll have other infernal sorceries available as I turn some stuff over to her. So this is our lovely Shrine of Adir. Hey, boss. What's up?
Adir be praised. He'll see my devotion when I create life in his name. Another loyal servant to herald his coming.
So we have new purchases. We can purchase Rogar's Reach, which is strength Inferno scaling and applies the Ignite status rather than the Burning status. We've got Adir's Endurance, increases stamina regeneration, and that's another Shout sorcery. Slaughterer's Coagulator, prevents the use of Sanguinarics within its user's vicinity, so that's very useful for PvP. And we can get the full Pyric Cultist set purchased here if we want. Not the Pyric Cultist, the full Proselyte set here. This stuff also drops from the enemy. We have to fight pretty regularly, unfortunately. This is also the Fist of Insight. It's available. Rogar's Reach is a polearm, so I'm not going to be looking to implement it in my dual-wield setup. I'll buy Adir's Endurance. Seems cool.
You can make yourself scarce for the next.
I think that is translation for I need to rest and then visit her again for the next leg of the quest. Pretty regular stuff.
Fuck it! Useless in life and death. I followed the texts right. I know I did. Should have worked. I'll be with you in Adir's. I'll be with you in
Okay, I think I need to rest again because she's not telling me to fetch her something. She should be asking me to do something else, I think. Let's see. Oh. Was that always in that position? I think so. I think I had an item when I first came here.
a surer way to bring me into Adir's embrace. The practice is ancient, taboo. But no true follower of Adir should choose caution over dedication. I need to feed upon the flesh of the Rogar, but only the most powerful, those who I'm a tongue of flame and a fire. Make the sacrifices. I'm Adir.
Infernal Enchantress flesh.
Sight of Adir, I consume this blessed flesh.
Doesn't seem good for you.
In the divine sight of
Spurned
Adir,
progeny flesh?
I consume this blessed flesh.
Okay, nothing new for purchase available yet. I just need to keep bringing her Rogar flesh. I'm gonna do one more rest and see if anything else updates. I don't think it's going to. Is this what she was working with, actually? That's one of the, what's it called? It's one of those, dudes.
More.
Understood. Am I sitting on any upgrade materials that I need to use? Let's see. Just one quintessence. I need 2 for the next upgrade. We have no large Duralium. So I noticed that the eye of the Spurned Progeny is still with us. I don't know what that's for, because the Remembrance is like an umbilical cord looking thing. Anywho, back to the Sunless Skyne hoist. Run past a couple things, go into the cistern, and I believe at this point, oh, that's for later. Yeah. Stamina back. Excuse me. Take this left. Here. Excuse me. There we go. Had to get to the invulnerable part of the animation. I don't have any seedlings to drop. That run's a little annoying, but we could make it if we want to. I did not have my sanguinarics selected. That's bad for my health. Since I was already in Umbra there, we don't have a second go. Okay, so taking the shortcut through the grate is probably more trouble than it's worth. So if I run past one more archer, I'll be at the Skin Stealer anyway. So I'm running past a bunch of other stuff instead of running past one archer. Pretty goofy. Very silly of me. I would like smite salts for this boss, I think. Ideally. I could try wither salts. Yeah, let's try wither salts. Looks like I'm out of smite salts for using them on sorceresses. Though I do think smite is generally really effective against Rogar. Yep. Got around everything. Having some difficulty getting my bearings. His multiple hits are harder to deal with here. Unsurprisingly. I should be dodging to his left. I've been dodging to the right on everything. Yeah, the way his swings work, if I dodge left, I'll avoid the follow-up. Yep. No problem after that. He did not drop a special hat, but he did drop the drainage control key, which was mentioned earlier. So, because I'm interested in the drainage control key, I actually think we only need to use the drainage control key if we want to go down and visit Dervla. I don't really want to increase my strength. I don't think I need to. Just keep pumping vitality. Yeah, I think the drainage control key just takes us to Dervla, and I don't really feel the need to spend the extra time on that. Which means it's kind of a wasted seedling, but whatever. Oh no! There's an item right there! Ah! I'm going back down the elevator. I will not leave that behind if it's that easy to grab. It was embarrassing how much damage I took from him before I figured out, oh, dot left. Most of the bosses in this game, I have found, have really fair patterns. There are very few boss attacks that I found to be frustrating. Yeah, this is a pretty dark little elevator shaft thing going on. It's down to the mines. Or the cistern, I guess. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hard-pressed to think of any particular boss attack that I felt was unfair. I don't like how much damage some of the boss attacks do, but whatever. That's not a big deal if you can avoid them all. Oh, I did not like all of the floor-popping stuff on Dervla's fight. It's very difficult to stand places during that fight. Veil Piercer. Okay. I got a spear. Now I can go back. Yeah, so from what I can remember, if I go down in the cistern, that's just putting me towards, like, Dervla and the Umbral stuff, which I don't really care about. I don't think there are any Rogar there or anything related to the Infernal route. Dunmire's quest does require opening up that area, but we're not doing Dunmire's quest this time, so we already did this. Yay, another weapon that we'll never use, I presume. Let's see. Fungus-encrusted pickaxe is Umbral. The Infernal Enchantress Flail. Now that is Infernal, but it's doing status effects that we're already doing. It's got a bit more of a status effect tilt by the looks of it. Could be cool. Yeah, the Veil Piercer. The Veil Piercer is a... that is scaling with all 4 stats Umbral Spear. Possibly a killer quality weapon. Might be pretty cool for the builds that care about that kind of junk. Push this out into Upper Calrath. Go Umbral immediately, because I remember there's an item around here. Behind this guy. Oh, I didn't get out of, I didn't finish the spell fast enough. I get killed so fast. Isn't that like standoff moment against the guy where it's like, okay, I really want to heal, but I do technically need to wait until it's safe, and I didn't wait. I do notice, watching the viewer count, that periodically folks drift through here. But so many people stop by, don't leave a comment, and then leave. I have no idea what they're looking for in a stream of this game. Are you looking for interesting builds? Are you looking for somebody who's specifically doing PvP, maybe? He'll get interrupted. You know what's crazy to me? This this class was marked advanced. It's kind of funny. Blacksmith's Pride. There's an item over here. I guess it's not acquired from this direction. Huh. The area is so big. Oh, my kneecaps. I will go around this encounter. Because I did wind up doing this encounter later when I was exploring the area very thoroughly. Presuming I had missed something. And there was no reason to do it. So we want to wait for the ruiner to step out. There we go. Perfection. Can't stand to leave one of these behind.
Demented cretins! Do you really think you can do this to me? I don't need the power of the heart. Not the royal. Or you. Or anyone else. Last chance. If you know what's to do,
there we go. It was like slightly annoyingly positioned, like a little high up. There's our oil flask. More stuff. Right. This spot. That. Climb up this. This is the spot where a thingamajig spawns before the Lightbringer fight. You can make him properly vulnerable. Here. I think we just open this door. It's a shortcut. Then go back up this ladder. I think I left something behind. There might be something else up this way. Just gonna have a dozen guys explode on me and set me on fire. Oh right, there's a beacon up over this way. We don't have to worry about that. We are not in our beacon touching phase yet. I use that to emerge, and there's a thingamajig right there. It's just for flavor. I'll leave it behind. We don't need to be turbo completionist about this. I loosely remember some rough stuff coming up. Thinking if I want to leave Seedling here. I'll do it. No. Ah, I forgot. Why is the release button do that? I'm like, no, I don't need to. I just left the shortcut back there. This isn't really necessary. Slid off that corner to get me. I clicked to lock on and it jerked my camera the wrong direction. I have a consistent issue with the way the lock-on works in the game. That's probably one of my most substantial complaints about the game. Some of the area designs feel cheesy, and the lock-ons tend to not work. And the quests are jank. But the quests are jank in every Souls-like game. I can no longer use that as a way of judging a Souls-like game. I already know what he says in this thing. Invuln frames. Rawr. I remember coming through this area several times, which makes me think that I'm near a shortcut or a, something else. Blech. That's fine, I'll stand back up and get him. I'm gonna wither salt it. Oh, there you are. I thought it was coming at me from even further back. I was confused. Skin Stealer armor. Can't knock it down from that angle. Gimme. Umbral Eye of the Bloody Pilgrim. I think this one was alright. I really forget a lot of the the different eye stats, because I can't equip that many. Banner Javelin. Yeah, I think this is probably I do think this is an area where I died a bunch. I can't exactly remember. Right, this connects to the back of Skyrest. Blech. Skybridge, Skyrest. Somewhere around here is a ladder kick, but there might also be a couple items. Cavalry pendant. There's a one-way door. That goes to the Pie at a Fight room. I don't need to be there. Yeah, I know I had this as my run back point for a bit. I think I got stuck in here looking for how to proceed. I don't remember if there's actually a way forward through here, if I'm supposed to be going on a splinter direction, actually. If there is a way forward through here, it's over this way. No, not. Random zombie. Stand behind me like that. A little awkward, bro. Personal space. A full dodge length. She doesn't care. I'm a full dodge length away. I think there is something up over there. I don't remember. So I'm gonna call it here for now. I'm just, you know, I'm gonna just want to do other stuff tonight. So we will be back at this maybe Sunday. I'm not sure. I'm gonna play it by ear. It's the holidays. It's hard to figure out. It's probably a good thing that I went ahead and set a seedling here. It is a little bit of a walk trimmed off. So, all right. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Jupiter Exile. I hope we wander again soon. Good night.